Hey guys, I am out here in Missouri and I wanted to send you guys a video because I'm so excited. I wish I could tell you what city I'm in, but I really don't know. What I do know is that I'm doing an evangelism conference out here where pastors come from churches all over the state. And pretty much I'm preaching to preachers. Anyway, I did one Tuesday in one city here in Missouri, and then I'm doing one tomorrow. We drove 3.5 hours today to get to this second city. So while I was here, they invited me to speak at a local church. Now, you've got to understand, it's cold tonight, it's dark, it's dreary, it's been snowing off and on all day. It's spring break here in Missouri. And so I walk in the church tonight, and when I get there, no joke, there's probably about 75 people. And I don't think there's, I'd be willing to bet my life there's not more than 3 people there that are under 40. I was told it was going to be a youth rally, not a lot of youth in this rally. And I got to be honest with you, I'm sitting there thinking, what am I doing? I mean, it's cold, I'm away from home, and what's going on here? Well, I didn't know what to preach because it was a totally different audience than what I was expecting. And I preached the most unlikely thing you would expect. I really preached a message to lost church members, which normally the most faithful people are going to be people that are going to attend Wednesday night, because there wasn't a lot of guests, I can tell you that. Anyway, there was, like I say, 75, 80 people. I preached tonight from Matthew chapter 7 and gave the invitation, and we had, I can't give an exact number, but it was either 11 or 12 people that stood up and came forward to accept Christ as Savior. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And what's ironic about all this is the youngest person that came forward was a little over 40. We had people 50, 60 years of age that came forward tonight to pray to receive Christ. I mean, it was just crazy. It just so exciting. The Lord really taught me something, showed me that things are not always as they look, and that you always need to keep your expectancy up. Even when things don't look like they're going to unfold the way you thought they would, you need to just trust God. And a guy came up to me at the end. He's been a member of this church 16 years of age. I'd say he's in his early to mid-50s. And basically this was his story. He said, I'm a painter. He said, normally I don't get to come to church on Wednesday nights because I paint at night. But he said, because it's spring break, the place that I was working, I couldn't work on because the people were at home. And he said, so it had something to do with spring break is why that he was able to show up tonight. And anyway, he said, I've been real close with a pastor. I've been very supportive of him. And he said, if you would have caught me tonight before I walked in the service, I would have told you I was a believer. But he said, I realized that I didn't know Christ. And he said, tonight I prayed to receive Jesus. And he said, for the first time, I know he lives inside of me. So the director of evangelism for the state of Missouri was standing there listening to this guy talk. Tears were just running down the director of evangelism's cheeks. He was so moved by it. So anyway, I just got back to my hotel and really excited about it. It's seldom that you see people saved of that age, especially that number of people. I mean, to have 70, 75, 80 people in a service and have right at a dozen pray to receive Christ, it's just so amazing. And again, just a great message for me. I think it's a great message for all of us to just always remember that God can do things in the most unlikely of ways, unlikely of times. Cold, snowy, night, unlikely audience, and yet God shows up. You never know when and how the Spirit's going to show up, but you can trust that He will. The wind blows where it wants, and the Spirit of God comes and moves. You don't know where He's coming from or where He's going. I love you guys. Appreciate your prayers. Blessings.